We are waiting for another 5 minutes. Just mention for our comp page for your guys, and also as before, if you already joined our lives, and you guys may know we have some activities like we have on comp page. Cool, I see somebody here. Sorry. We have a giveaway for you guys. This is our Telegram community, and you can go to our community, get the 20 Doges rewards for today's live, and just go to our community and ask our community assistants. They will randomly select some people to get 20 Doges. If you guys want to know something about the DeFi or this project, you can type in the live chat box. Maybe we will talk about it and also forward to next time. Okay, let's start. Okay, today I will separate 4 parts for our presentation. And first of all, I will explain the history of the blockchain and also introduce the concept of Web3 and also compare among Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3. And for the second part, I will introduce the concept of the DeFi and compare the traditional finance and also the DeFi, and also introduce the advantages and the disadvantages of the DeFi for you guys. And for the third part, I will go through the whole project of the NEB Finance for you guys. And for the last part, I will do a roll up for the for 3 parts for you guys. And also, I will introduce some marketing trade for you guys about the Web3, so you guys can see the live continually. And first of all, I will introduce the history of the blockchain for you guys. And you guys may already know something about the Bitcoins. And in the 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto launched the Bitcoins for the market. And the Bitcoins is not a crypto asset and also a payment system in the blockchain. So because the finance crisis for the financial market, so Satoshi Nakamoto found this problem, and that's why he launched the Bitcoins to solve some payment problems in the financial market. So if you guys think this show is very worse, you can type something you want to say in the live show. I will prepare for you guys. Okay, the time go to the 2040. The A-Train has been launched by the Vitalik and also the co-founder Gavin Wood. And also for that time, the concept of Web3 has been launched by the Gavin Wood. So that's why the concept of today's machine about Web3 was introduced by the Gavin Wood. And also time goes to 2020. The DeFi summer was come, and so that's why this was a fundamental for the continually development of Web3. And also time go to the present, and we are in the bear market. We are in the bear market. I think some people may go to this time hasn't invested in some crypto assets into the market because the bear market and some crypto assets has shrunk a lot. So above all, as history of the blockchain, and just not very detailed, but it is introduced for you guys to know how the blockchain has some development. So let's go to the next part, where we already know something about the blockchain and also some big events that happened during the past few years. And So what is the Web3? We already know something about the blockchain, and so what is the Web3? And before we know the concept of the Web3, we should know the concept about the Web 1 and Web 2. In the Web 1, we think that was the beginning of the internet, and we can just read the text from the web, and we didn't do the interactions with some people or the web. So that's why we can just get this information from the web, and we cannot do some we cannot create content on the web, and also we cannot do the interaction with the web and the other sides of the people from of the web. And during the web 2, we can through the internet to do some interactions with other people, and like the chatting, shopping, and such as like today's living. So so we are in the Web 2 period, and we can do some interactions with the other people, and also do some interactions with the web. But there are some problems that happened during the Web 2 period, just like just like the Facebook and also the Google, they have to get our information when we sign up our account on the web, and so that's why this gigantic companies can these gigantic companies can get our privacy, and also according to our privacy and data to send some information for the users. So that's why there are some privacy problems that happened during the Web 2. So that's why the concept of Web 3 has emerged during this time. In the Web 3, actually people can not only read the information from the web, and also they can do the interaction with other people, and also chatting with other people, and also they can create content on the web, and also because the Web3 is built up with blockchain, so actually people can own the whole web when they do the actions on the web blockchain. So that's why the concept of Web3 is very, very important for our individuals. That's because in the Web3, people are not just create their contact on the Web 2, like Web 2, because they have to share the profit with the platforms. In the Web 3, people can directly get the profit when they create content on the blockchain. So that's why for the individuals, they can actually, for everyone, they can own the entire web for individuals. So this is important. This is important for our individuals. And today there are some development of the Web3. Actually, like the today we will explain the DeFi, and also the NFT, and also like the GameFi, and so these are the very important for the whole for the whole ecosystem of the Web3. And actually during this year, we can say there are some development for the Web3 because the pandemic has passed, and also some countries has opened their board. So that's why this is important for the development of the Web3, and we will say many projects will be launched for the next year. So compare the compare the among the Web 1 and Web 2 and Web 3. So we already know some differences among these three concepts. And with the internet development, I think for the few years, the Web3 will develop a lot, and for our individuals, we can come to Web3 to build the whole web, and we will own the whole web. So just the mention for your guys, the DeFi NEB activity for today, and you guys will have a chance to get the 20 dodges. Just go to the Telegram community, and you guys will have the chance to get the 20 dodges. Okay, let's go to the next part. I will introduce the DeFi for you guys. Before I introduce the concept of the DeFi for you guys, I will introduce the traditional finance for you guys to do a compare with the DeFi. And as a traditional finance, you guys already know we need the third parties to custody our assets. So that's why in the traditional finance, the third party is very important, like the banks and other financial institutions. During this process, actually, when we do the transaction, we don't know who will lend our money, and also when we deposit our assets, we need the third party. And also we have to provide our individual like the IDs to get the third party, and they will, instead of us to do the transactions. So actually, during the traditional finance, our individual informations are not very safe. So that's why DeFi has emerged, and also our individual informations can be safe during the DeFi process. And during the DeFi process, there is no any other third parties who can participate in the transactions. So the smart contract can execute the whole process instead of the third parties. We know it's called AMM, and so the code can automatically make the market. So which means that only the both sides of the transactions into the whole process. So this tells us during we execute the process, so there is no third parties to do the transactions, and so there is no custody. So that's why our assets just execute by ourselves, and also the smart contract can execute this whole process. And just like when we provide the liquidity in the staking pool of the DeFi, and we just stake our crypto assets into the staking pool, and also we will make the transaction phase as a profit when we provide the liquidity. And for the other side, the lender just can lend some money from the staking pool if they need the crypto assets. And for the whole process, just executed by the smart contract. I mean the code. And there is no individuals who can, instead of the smart contract, to do the whole process. So it's very transparency, and for our individuals, it's very safe for us. So we already compare the traditional finance and also the DeFi. You guys maybe already know something about the differences between both. And how does the DeFi work? And there need three components of the DeFi work. First of all is the blockchain. So as I said before, it's very transparency, and also the smart contract can, instead of the third parties, to execute the whole process. And also this whole process are recorded on the blockchain. So for every transactions, we can check on the blockchain if you know the address about other people's. So that's why for our process, and all of the records and the data has been saved on the blockchain. And for another very important component is the liquidity providing. So for the whole Web3 market, not only for the DeFi, the liquidity providing is very important. But in the DeFi market, for the DeFi market, so the liquidity providing is very important for the whole process. There is an equation for the whole liquidity providing. As I said before, if the borrower can borrow the X crypto assets into the staking pool, and for the lender side, they can lend the Y crypto assets from the staking pool, and the whole crypto assets equal the instant. So that's why the liquidity providing is important for the whole DeFi process. And the third very important component of the DeFi process is the AMM. As I said before, the very important part of the whole process is the smart contract can instead the third party to execute the whole process. So that's why we called it AMM, and the smart contract can automatically make the market. There is no trader to execute the whole process, and instead of the traditional traders, the AMM can make the whole process to make the market. So these three very important components are very important for the whole process of the DeFi working. I believe that during the next year, the DeFi will be prosperity for the whole market. And you guys, if you have interest in the DeFi, you guys can focus on this market. So for today's TVL of the DeFi is around 40 billion. You guys can check the data from the DeFi Llama, and also you can see different DEX and also some some DeFi protocols from the DeFi Llama, and they provide some data for our investors. You guys can check this data. And we already know some concepts about the DeFi, and also compare the traditional finance between traditional finance and the DeFi, and we already know some stray components about the DeFi process. So what is the advantages and the disadvantages about the DeFi? First of all, let's say the advantages. For the first advantages, actually, because DeFi is executed by the smart contract, and there is no limitations. So there is no limitations of the location, and also people can execute the whole process anytime and anywhere, because for the crypto asset transaction, actually it works 24 hours. So for our individual investors, actually we can make this trade we can make our trades anytime and anywhere. And for the second one, investors can, according to their abilities to generate income, actually not only for the tiny crypto assets, but also for the giant crypto assets. You guys can invest into the DeFi process and also generate the income. And because there is no individuals who participate in the whole process, I mean the third party, so that's why it has high level of security. Because for the whole process it is executed by the code, I mean the smart contract. And also for the pros of the code, actually there are also some like the cons, because it works with code. Actually, if it has a loophole, and some hackers maybe hack the loophole, and also there is a high risk of fraud and scams. So actually, if this hacker hack our crypto assets, and also it's not very safe for our crypto assets. And there is another cons of the crypto assets, because if you some guys you don't have the background of the finance and also the technical, maybe it is hard to know the whole logic about the DeFi project, because some of the DeFi project it's hard to understand, like the curve ecosystem. It is hard to understand for some guys if they don't have the background of the finance and the technical. And also because the DeFi has some high profit. I mean, you guys can get the high yield. So also it is with some high volatility, which means it has some risk. So for this comps, I have say something for you guys. You should scale how much risk you want to take, and also how much profit you want to make. So when you scale your when you scale how much risk you can take, and also how much money you want to make, you can invest some of your crypto assets into the DeFi market. So you guys already know some advantages and disadvantages of the DeFi. And I think you already know some concept about the DeFi and also know the whole work process of the DeFi. I said if you guys want to know something about the DeFi and you can type in the chat box. I will prepare for you guys. So let's go to the next part. I will go through the whole project of the DeFi NEB for you guys. Our today's activity just for you guys, and you can go to the Telegram community to get 20 dodges if you guys take part in today's live. And for the whole project of the DeFi NEB, it's fully intelligent one-stop service platform. So it is based on the AI and also it is a decentralized trading platform. And I mean also it is called aggregator. And so that's why you guys can execute your strategy on the DeFi NEB and get the high yield profit. And what is the description of the DeFi NEB? We will say the whole description of the DeFi NEB. So I already mentioned for you guys, the DeFi NEB is a fully intelligent one-stop service platform, and the users can complete a series of the DeFi behaviors in NEB, such as intelligent deposits, loss, leverage mining, and cross-chain mining, grumbling head miles, and also automatically compound interest. When you guys deposit, I mean also the providing the liquidity in the pool, and if you guys don't withdraw your principal from the staking pool, you guys the yield and with the principal will automatically to deposit to another to deposit the forward staking pool. And also the DeFi NEB strict risk control mechanism ensures that the safety of the user's fund while generating ultra high compounding income. If you guys can deposit your crypto assets into the staking pool for the long term, and you guys can get the ultra high compounding income. And there are four strategy advantages for you guys. First of all, it's intelligent. I mean, because I already mentioned that you guys can, when you guys provide the liquidity in the staking pool, it can automatically to execute the process because it drives with AI, and also it's very simple. When you guys go to the website, just provide the liquidity in the staking pool, and just one click, you guys can deposit your crypto assets into the staking pool. And so that's why it's very simple for your guys, and just go to the website, and it's very easy, and also it's very efficient. Uh, as I said before, when you just collect and deposit your assets into the staking pool, and it will generate the yield for you guys. So that's why it's very efficient, and also it is a specialization. And for the DeFi NEB, not only in the DeFi market, but also for the whole Web3 market, the DeFi NEB is a very specialized project. So that's why you guys cannot find another project like the DeFi NEB, such as other projects like as I said before, the curve. You guys have to understand the not easy logic, and but for the DeFi NEB, it's easy to understand the whole process. So that's why it's also very transparency of the digital artificial intelligence services. And for the DeFi NEB, this project is not focused on the short-term mission. Instead, it focuses on the long-term mission, because this project has been prepared for the 3 years, and also it already passed the audit. So that's why for this whole project, it's very focused on the long-term mission. So this is a perfect and also strict risk control system. So because for the project, it wants provide the win-win strategy ecosystem for whole investors. And let us say the whole business logic of the DeFi NEB. As I said before, the whole project is focused on the long-term mission. So that's why the essence part of the DeFi NEB is generate earners that can automatically invest your crypto assets to obtain high returns. You guys already invest your crypto assets into the staking pool to provide the liquidity. So you guys can also see the yields of your deposit. So that's why for the APY, you guys can see for the for the whole yearly APY is around 300% for your investment. So it's a value added logic of the whole business logic. And we can see the business information graphics of the NEB products. Their first one is automatically continuous in reinvestment. As I said before, when you invest into the DeFi NEB, I mean you provide the liquidity in the staking pool. Actually, for your forward yield, it's automatically reinvest into the staking pool, and also it just has a low transaction fees. When you execute your transaction, actually you just spend a few gas fees when you execute the transactions. And as I said before, just one click deposit into the liquidity pool. And also, it quickly switch your strategy. I mean, if you want to change your strategy of your crypto assets investment into the DeFi NEB, actually you just one click and also change your strategy on the website. And also for the website, you guys can say the swap, and you can change your one crypto asset to another crypto assets. Just for example, when you guys want to invest into the Ethereum instead of the Bitcoins, you guys can do the swap on the website. And also ATMs for the high yield top miles. This is one business information graph for the NEB product. It just focuses on the high yield top miles to get the yield for your guys. And so that's why for the whole project of the DeFi NEB, it can provide the high profit for your guys. And we will say the full profit logic for the DeFi NEB project. And first of all, the DeFi NEB yield opportunity. As I said before, because it go to the top miles to get the high profit for the investors. And so that's why you guys can get the high yield, because the DeFi NEB automatically go to the high DDEX to do the transactions like the compound and the DYDX. This is the first profit logic of the DeFi yield opportunity. And for the second one, the DeFi NEB's artificial intelligence constantly calculates the best assets allocations and monitors rate changes. So for the whole project, it can automatically to allocate the investors' crypto assets to the high yield miles. So that's why this is another profit logic for the DeFi NEB. And also for the third one, the DeFi NEB can match investor strategy, and because you guys maybe provide the big amount of the crypto assets into the staking pool, and the DeFi NEB can, according to your size, to do the investment and allocate the capital and maximize the returns. And also because the DeFi NEB is work with the smart contract, and also all of the records can be checked on the blockchain. For the just provide the address, and you guys can know the whole process of the blockchain. So that's why for the first one of the profit logic, and people can easily track the revenue. So it's very important for our guys to know this logic. So it's very transparency for our investors to check the whole process. And for the bonus system, and you guys can check your account, and also when you get the yield, you first can get the 74% of the income, and for the 25% of the income will be allocated to the market and the platform, because there are some engineers and also the operators to help our investor to organize the whole project. So that's why the 7% will allocated to the platform, and also the 80% will allocated to the market. And you guys can invent 3 subclasses to invest into the DeFi NEB, and for every subclasses, their yield of the 6% will go into your yields. So we already know some advantages of the strategy for the DeFi NEB, and actually there are three advantages of the whole project of the DeFi NEB. First of all, it's the security advantage, and as I said before, it has already passed the third-party audit, so it's very safe for our guys to know this whole project the security. So it has passed the CertiK security assessment. You guys can see this security assessment after the live. And for the second one is yield advantage. As I said before, for the annual return, you guys can have a very high compounded returns. And also for the whole project is it will drive by the DAO, and so that's why there is no third party, and also the DAO community will organize the whole project. So it is a very Web3 project, and there is no project party, and people can join into governance the whole project, even as long as you hold the token and also the NFT for the whole project. So for the next part, we will say the ecological application. Because the DeFi NEB is an aggregator, and so that's why it drives with AI, and also drives with some data, and also it has automatically engine for the whole project. So for our investors, it's very important to know these three components for the DeFi NEB aggregator. So as I said before, and because the DeFi NEB profile logic is very important, and it also as the DeFi, when the investor can provide the liquidity in the capital pool, and the lender can lend some crypto assets from the staking pool, and the borrowers can make the profit from these whole transactions. So that's why for the DeFi NEB, there is no third parties to execute this whole process, and it drives with smart contract. So for the borrower side of the investor A, it can get some yields. So there are four advantages of the leading miles. Because the DeFi NEB can execute the whole process in the leading mile. So that's why we should know the advantages of the leading miles. First of all, because the leading mile has no price. And so that's why when the aggregator to execute the whole process in the leading mile, and it can make the arbitrage when the price is lower than the market price, and also it has a faster payback. So because for the leading mile, and the period of the miles is very short, so that's why also it is a very efficient. And also for the investor into the leading miles, it can make a large profit. So that's why when you guys provide the liquidity in the staking pool, and you guys make a high profit. And also for the leading mile, it has low risk. And the next part, we will say the revenue model for the DeFi NEB. And we already know something, some business logic and also the profit logic of the DeFi NEB. We know that they are very efficient and also automatically execute the whole process. So for the revenue model, we say there are three components are very important in the whole process. And it is a collective trading and also risk control and also automatically compound interest. So because for the DeFi NEB project, it also has the a feature of the risk of the very high risk, but because it drives with AI, the AI can control this whole risk, and also it is an aggregator, so it can collect the trading, and also I already mentioned many times about the automatic compound interest rate. So so you guys already know these three components are very important for the whole revenue model. And because you guys provide the liquidity in the staking pool, and I mean you guys already see the percent of the yield, so it's stabilized, very stabilized. So that's why for the DeFi NEB, actually, you can get the stabilized yields when you provide the provide the liquidity in the staking pool. So we already know the information about the whole project, and there is plans for the DeFi NEB, and I already mentioned that this whole project will governed by the DAO. Even if you guys can hold the token and the NFTs, you have authority to organize the whole project. So that's why DAO is very important for the whole project, and you guys will have a chance to take part in this project and organize the whole project. And in the future, and it will build the metaverse for the whole project, and uh, we already know that the metaverse is the bridge to connect the reality and also the virtual world. So that's why the metaverse is a very important component for the Web3, and so for the whole ecosystem, and also for the long-term mission, the metaverse is very important component for our investors to know this plan. And also the DeFi NEB will build their infrastructure. So that's why if they build their whole infrastructure, which means it will build the whole DeFi ecosystem, such as they will build the products like the NEB wallet and NEB swap and also NEB marketplace. So for the NEB marketplace, you guys can do the transactions when you go to the marketplace. So it's very important for our investor to know their plans for the future. So we already know something about the DeFi NEB, and also we already know something about the blockchain Web3, and also we already know some concept about the DeFi, and I already do the compared about the DeFi traditional finance and also the DeFi. You guys already know some advantages about the DeFi and also the disadvantages about the DeFi. I hope you guys already know some details about the DeFi NEB and understand the whole project of the DeFi NEB. I mean, if you guys want to know something about the DeFi, blockchain, Web3, and also about the DeFi NEB, you guys can type your questions on the live live box, and I will prepare for you guys. Don't forget our today's activity. You guys can have a chance to get 20 dodges, and just go to the Telegram community and ask our Telegram community assistants. They will randomly select some people to get 20 dodges. So almost finish our today's live. I hope you guys are good, and also you guys may already know something about the DeFi and the DeFi NEB. If you guys want to know more information about the Web3, blockchain, and the DeFi and the DeFi NEB, just type your question in the live chat box. So hope you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. So see you guys next time.